Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NSW Main Event. It is, of course, your end of the week. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got plenty of great matches coming up for you. Dave Easton, Tim Price here at ringside. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, and well, Dino Heyman's here. Of course, we heard he's got a big announcement. Well, what is it going to be?
Let's find out. We thank you so much for tuning in to Main Event. Let's see what he has to say here. Welcome to NSW Main Event, and I am here tonight to talk about the triple threat matches you see each week right here on Saturday nights.
Yeah, of course, we saw some great ones leading up to, well, Battleground and the draft. Where's he got planned this time?
So, I've been thinking out of what to do to make these matches the best they can be. So this is what we are going to do each week. The three.
Well, we all heard about the big announcement. I can't wait to hear what it truly is. What has Dean Heyman brought out this time?
Brands, Raw, SmackDown and Nitro will put up a superstar, and whoever wins the match gets a point for that brand. And when a brand...
Well, we go back to, the classic point system with each brand, but how will it be reflected this time?
Gets 2 points, they get a draft pick from another brand. And the points for that brand only get reset to 0 once they get to 2 points. Now the fun will happen.
Oh, wow, my goodness. Well, who knows what could happen then?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the notes here to that announcement. I will get to that just after the announcement of this match. Ladies and gentlemen, make her way to the ring first. She is Nikki Bella.
And yeah, here is Nikki Bella. And well, what great women's action we have to kick off main event here. But what about an announcement from Dino Heyman?
Yeah, now, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't quite catch what he said, he was saying that the brands have to get 2 points to get a draft pick. Once one brand gets to 2 points, only their brand points will get reset. So if everyone's on 1, when someone gets to 2, the other 2 brands will remain on 1 point.
So it does, keep it fair in a sense, because imagine if, Raw, SmackDown, Nitro just continually keep getting, the 2 points and keeps getting reset for all 3 brands.
So it looks like we are going to have more draft picks as the season goes on.
Yeah, very interested. It looks like it's a freebie, take a superstar from wherever you want.
Seems a very, very exciting time here on Main Event. And ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Bella's opponent, she is debuting on the Raw brand tonight, Nia Jax.
Yeah, of course we saw it well during the draft on Raw that yes, this woman Nia Jax was drafted over to Raw, and well, business has certainly picked up. Well, we know what Nia Jax is capable of when she sets foot in that ring, a former SmackDown Women's Champion. Could she become a champion on Raw?
Very, very could be, and that is if she picks up the win here tonight over Nikki Bella. She definitely puts 1 foot forward in that claim to really trying to get a shot at Bayley and that Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, well, imagine a match like Nia Jax taking on Bayley. I think Nia Jax would destroy Bayley.
You would love it, wouldn't you, Tim?
Oh, I would absolutely adore seeing that happen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you, as I say, wherever you are, to watching Main Event tonight. Please do get on social media, of course, if you want to win some points. And of course, make sure you're betting in every match, of course. You've got the points, please do so. Keep the chat active, of course, on Twitch. Main Event is, of course, your night to get your questions in. Like every show, we try and get as much in as we can. But of course, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you the roundup of all the news from all the brands as the show goes on.
Nia Jax started off viciously here with that backbreaker and then keeping on the pressure.
Of course, talking about Raw, of course, we've been told that this past week, of course, we've seen some great action. Of course, it was inter-brand action, Tim. Raw continues with the Raw brand this week. And, well, I've been told Kurt Angle has a huge announcement to make about the #1 contendership. And we're going to actually find out what that is a little bit later on tonight.
Oh, well, I can't wait to find out what that's all about, #1 contendership. That's what NSW is always about, bringing great surprises.
Yeah, this is definitely a federation where you don't want to be sitting about, because you just don't know what's going to pop up, Tim, and that's the great thing about NSW. is we're not like any other places where things can just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, you look at the draft, for example, look where people were drafted. You know, there were some huge shockers. I mean, you look at the Mondo did take it back to SmackDown. Well, Tay-6 going to Nitro.
And Mundo losing the European title, of course, which Kurt Angle again has said he's going to address this Monday night. That could be anything.
Yeah, it could be anything. I mean, what will happen? I can imagine a Crazy Chain might be demanding the championship back, but I don't think Kurt's going to do that.
No, I don't think. I think there's one person you don't want to mess with, and that is Kurt Angle, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Big news coming out of Twitter today, of course, from the Raw brand, and that is coming out of Mini Morgan's group, T-Dragon, of course. He was on Twitter today saying, I'm eyeing up High Impact. I wouldn't mind giving a shot at the Cruiserweight. Don't get me wrong, Raw is a great place to be, but I think that Cruiserweight title could soon be mine.
Well, some pretty, you know, tough words from T-Dragon there. Who knows? Could he end up as a part of High Impact?
Yeah, we've seen Lewis Bourne, of course, move from Raw to High Impact. Of course, it's still counted as a part of the Raw roster, but of course, with being a Cruiserweight, he can go on High Impact as well.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we've been seeing, and some very interesting developments on High Impact.
Yes, definitely did kick into the midsection, of course. Well, we can't speculate, of course. We thought we seen someone there attacking Lewis Bourne this past week, but well, apparently it's not who we think it is.
Who could it be, though? Only time will tell. I guess we'll get an answer eventually.
Oh my goodness! I thought Nia Jax was going to do something really damaging there, but they're sort of mocking the fans here, and just a big thigh into the face.
Yeah, absolutely viciousness from Nia Jax. That's what she, you know, does best.
Crushing the ribs. That'll make her hard to breathe. Nikki Bella could be in all sorts of trouble here, Tim.
Yeah, it could be, as Nia Jax looks to win to Nikki Bella here, but Nikki Bella is an in-ring veteran. It's going to take a while to put her away, but that powerbomb could do it.
Yeah, Nia Jax very impressive here tonight so far. Kick into the midsection again, already damaged, of course, by that big, huge, what can you call it, a big sit out, splashing out the divorce court.
It's a big divorce court, and can Nia Jax think about hitting a huge leg drop? No, go for the cover here instead. I
think all the wind has been drafted out of Nikki Bella. No, 2 count only. And of course, Rooney Wayne down for the count, but Nia Jax not happy with the officiating.
No, she can't believe she hasn't put Nikki Bella away here, but as I said, Nikki Bella is an in-ring veteran. You know, she knows exactly what needs to be done, so she's still got the fight in her to keep going.
Into the face now, Nikki Bella can maybe get a comeback here. And big spine buster of her
own.
Oh my
goodness, the strength of Nikki Bella there, the impressiveness of that.
Of course, Nikki Bella, who of course has been training with Trey Dunn, and there's that forearm shot. And maybe we've underestimated Nikki Bella here tonight. She could just be one step away from that Raw Women's Championship.
Yes,
you are kidding.
No, my God.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is some strength. Oh my goodness.
Good Lord, and hits that vicious rack attack.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a win and a half. No, it's not.
Well, Nia Jax, just like Nikki Bella, is extremely tough. It takes a lot to put her away, and I think that's what Nikki Bella is about to realise here.
But is that the chance? Is that the chance gone? And you can see the pain going through Nia Jax's face, Tim. This has got to be when Nikki Bella's got to be thinking of putting away Nia Jax here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this match has taken a full 180 and it's gone back in the favour of Nikki Bella here. But can she keep it on? Maybe not. Nia Jax slams Nikki Bella down using the arm. Look at this, just picking her up. This is the brute strength of Nia Jax. And well, there it is, the leg drop. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. Hands on the breast. And that is the 3. Oh yeah, that was it. Once that leg drop hit, it was all over. for Nikki Bella. Nia Jax, big victory for her here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Nia Jax.
Well, she is, one step closer to getting a shot at the Raw Women's Championship.
Well, a huge win here tonight for Nia Jax. She gets the win over Nikki Bella. And, well, she may not be like most girls, but she's made an appearance here tonight. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are 8 days away from No Mercy. The next pay-per-view, some SmackDown and High Impact. Tim, well, we now know who's in the main event. Of course, it is going to be Tristan Knight, Dean Ambrose, Adrian Kincaid, triple threat for the Raw World title. You've got to be thinking, what a huge night in 8 days' time.
Oh yes, No Mercy is going to be huge. I can't wait for it. You fans better make sure you don't miss it either.
Well, let's get to next action here on main event. It is singles action from the SmackDown brand. Making his way to the ring first, he is Luke Harper.
Yeah, he is. So, well, always odd and deranged Luke Harper, who I haven't seen a whole much of as of recently, but pick up a win here on main events. That could put Luke Harper back into, well, the eyes of Daniel Bryan.
And of course, and Daniel Bryan has said that he is looking to give everyone the opportunity on the SmackDown brand, but of course, this week on SmackDown, we're going to have a huge title match. It's Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Mundo. And really, you've got to be thinking, Daniel Bryan, has he caved into Mundo's requests here?
I think he might potentially, but the fact is, the Mundo, he was European champion on Raw, held it for, well, pretty much a day before he's drafted back to SmackDown. Maybe Daniel Bryan is thinking, it's only fair, he gets a shot, but at the same time, you could say he is caving in to Mundo's demands.
Luke Harper, well, as Tim says, we have not seen him for a while, but ladies and gentlemen, he is facing up against this man. He is simply known as the Machine.
Yes, here we have the brutal and the vicious Machine making his way down to the ring. And well, Luke Harper is in for a tough fight here tonight.
The Machine, of course, former NFL player, of course, American football player, got suspended from the league. Am I reading that right?
Wait, I also heard he did MMA.
Oh yeah, he got suspended from MMA as well.
Ah, yeah, because he was too brutal.
Yes.
How long before he gets suspended from NSW?
Well, he hasn't really had that many matches, to be honest.
No, but if his past is anything to go by, I think it's going to happen rather sooner than later.
Heard that he doesn't like house matches.
Ah.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I tried to book him in a match in my living room. Tell me to get lost. No. Not in those words, but I can't really say what he actually said.
Oh my goodness, Tim, I was going to say, how many people can you say really can manhandle Luke Harper like the Machine just did there? But that super kick has just set Luke Harper up, and look at the combinations.
Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want to do, I think, is sometimes just get Luke Harper on and, well, make him angry and get him on a roll, because Luke Harper could be so quick, even for his size.
And a question, of course, coming from the Twitch chat saying, Tim, what do you make of Mundo's actions after his match on SmackDown this week, when he went on that rant, of course, and had his mic cut because of what he was saying?
I think it, says some people off, but I can't really blame him for the way, he spoke. The way he's been treated, the whole getting, traded over to Raw and then getting dropped back to SmackDown. It's kind of been a bit of an unfair time for him, so I can understand why he'd go off like that.
Back in a nice divorce cord.
Oh, a lovely divorce cord.
And well, can the Machine follow up? Yeah, big right hand right to the side of the jaw. You will see a lot of this from these two men, Tim, and that is just pure striking. Not much technical wrestling, shall I say. A lot more of the strike-based offense between these two.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Luke Harper can be known to go to that technical offense, or at least some of the fast pace with Hurricane Ranas and Suicide Dives, but I don't think you're going to see in this matchup. As you said, I think we're just going to see, just pure striking.
Look at this Luke Harper just trying to play games here, but might get caught by the machine, who's very, very quick as they go to the outside. And of course our fan cam here. And look, this is like camel clutch. And anyone...
Cobra clutch, followed by,
anyone, even someone who really doesn't clean his top that often, can do a Russian leg sweep.
Yeah, he should really, get some, I'm trying to remember the product now.
Purcell,
yeah.
Other brands are available, of course.
Yeah.
And what a great camera angle there.
Oh, the best of camera angles. But yeah, you should really get some Purcell for that, tank top. Get it a lovely, bright shine of white.
You know what this reminds me of ECW?
Those days. Those days of extremely crappy wrestling.
Yeah, of course. Into the history books now, of course. Replaced by a much nicer brand in Nitro.
Of course.
A Big Pap African.
Yeah, very rich man.
Oh, look at this.
Vicious face buster, and Luke Harper is on fire right now.
Dropping the elbow. And Luke Harper just seems like he's just seemed to be like a light just been ignited here tonight.
Yeah, it certainly does. As the machine has not had a good time in this matchup, but
oh, look out, look out.
Oh, Jesus!
Clothesliner! Forget about it. Into the cover, hook of the leg. Luke Harper is your winner here tonight.
Well, with dominant performance by Luke Harper, you don't really see many people do that to the machine, but Luke Harper did it. He had a game plan, went out with it. And I think Daniel Bryan should be impressed with his performance here tonight.
Very, very much so. Luke Harper picks up the win here tonight.
Well, what could be next for this man? I think Daniel Bryan should definitely pay attention to Luke Harper.
We'll see Tuesday night if Luke Harper gets any look in on SmackDown Live. Still as crazy as ever, of course.
Oh yeah, it's still creepy and deranged.
And just like the way we're looking. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, that NSW comes your way 5 times a week. Now, you may notice something different here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll get to that in a second. Raw on a Monday, SmackDown on Tuesday, Nitro on a Wednesday, High Impact now at a later time, 11 PM in the UK and 6 in the East. And of course, that falls in line with all the other shows, including Main Event, which you're watching now, 11 o'clock in the UK, 6 in the East. Apparently, we've been put on a new time.
Well, that's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring first, he is the real American, Connor Rhodes.
Yeah, he is a real American, and his name is Connor Rhodes. Well, we'll say about Connor Rhodes, very gifted in that ring, but again, someone, we've seen a bit of, in terms of Nitro. He's had chances at the, USA Championship. Win here tonight could do wonders for him.
Well, Connor Rhodes, of course, really trying to get back into that USA title picture, of course, still held by Gilberto El Rey. You've got to be thinking a win here over Apollo Crews here tonight will definitely go a long way for them.
Yeah, it certainly will, and especially, after what we've seen from Apollo Crews the last few weeks, it definitely bump Connor Rhodes up.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is Apollo Crews.
Well, Apollo Crews, talk about a man who has been on quite a run as of recent, and that is Apollo Crews has picked up some, great wins.
And do you know that Apollo Crews this week has been in talks in getting a manager?
Well, I wonder, who that could be if he was to get a manager.
Yeah, apparently we may hear this Wednesday night on Nitro who Apollo Crews has signed up with.
Yeah, can't wait to find out who that is, who Apollo Crews deems that would be a good manager for him.
I've heard it could be a certain brand.
Okay then.
Apollo Crews ready to go here tonight on Main Event. This should be a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a great matchup here. Can't wait to see who comes out the victor.
Well, Connor Rhodes and Apollo Crews, both men ready to go. And of course it is Rooney Wayne who has the officiating job of this one. Tim, who are you going to go for in this contest between these two fine athletes?
I think I'm going to go for Apollo Crews this one. As I said, he's been on a very impressive run as of recent. And I think he could continue on that with a victory over Connor Rhodes.
Well, the real American, of course, Connor Rhodes, former USA champion. You can see would love to get back into that title picture sooner rather than later. As Apollo Crews, as Tim, you rightly said, Apollo Crews has been very impressive recently. Picked up some big wins, especially over the likes of Big E. Could you be seeing Apollo Crews maybe challenging for the USA title very, very soon?
I could definitely see that happening. I think he could be a great, challenger for Gilberto El Rey. Who knows, pick up some more wins. Apollo Crews could find himself in a #1 contenders match, even for the Nitro Championship, because he has defeated a former Nitro champion.
And also remember, he was in that Battle Royal, which was won by Daniel Cage.
Yeah, he was in that. And well, he could string together some more wins. He could, as I said, again, find himself, in that contender spot. Or maybe, he could get a shot at the USA Championship. Only time will tell. Oh boy.
Oh, you know what that is? It's a bloody Sunday!
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Let's look at the power of Apollo Crews with that deadlift gut wrench.
And now Apollo Crews now just working over Connor Rhodes. And I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, if you're having a few problems with the sound. I do believe we've got some mice in the back.
I think you probably blew out something when you screamed Bloody Sunday. But that's more likely. I
don't know what happened, of course. It's not like we fake the crowd noise, of course.
No, of course not. Maybe it was, Jaden Dunn's big teeth.
Of course, with a chicken in between.
Of course, we all know about.
Oh my goodness! And that sort of.
Oh, great.
What?
I got muted.
Two count.
Oh, no, just a 2 count.
And come on, Tim. Let's not get it down. Let's keep going here.
No, we all remember what happened last time. Let's not talk about it.
That lawsuit. No, there's the insecurity. My God, it almost took Connor Rhodes' head off, and he thinks he's a racist.
No, he thinks he's Usain Bolt.
Oh, right. Sorry. Close enough. As here it comes. Look out! Hucks him up. What? Look at the power! Look at the power!
Oh, just the power, the strength, so impressive into the sit-out.
Big win for Apollo Crews here tonight. Yes, it is.
Well, Apollo Crews continues on his impressive streak with yet, another victory here in singles action. Oh, he's got to be getting at least a USA title shot soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, he is Apollo Crews, as Rooney Wayne tries to spoil the shot.
God damn it, Rooney Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some big news coming up with what's happening this week on Nitro. I've been trying to keep it in. No more. We're going to tell you what's happening. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Big Papa African has a huge announcement to make this Wednesday night. You do not want to miss it.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what this huge announcement for Big Papa African is going to be. Yeah, make sure you do not miss it this Wednesday.
Do not miss it. Huge!
Huge, just like Big Papa African.
Bank balance. That's
Yes,
easy.
that too.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your high impact match this evening. Making his way to the ring first, being accompanied by Sheamus and Liam Patrick. He is Charles Lee. They are the United Irish.
Yeah, Charles Lee tonight. Well, representing not only, high impact in this matchup, but of course the United Irish too. Well, the United Irish, three of the most vicious men we have in NSW. We haven't actually seen Sheamus in the ring, but I guarantee he's still as vicious as I ever remember.
Well, you've got to be seeing that the two gentlemen that he has behind him here, very, very impressive. A few hiccups, but hey, on their day, they can beat anyone in high impact. Well, are on full alert here.
Now Impact is definitely on full alert. Especially with the United Irish around who, just love to beat down people whenever they get a chance to.
And you've got to be thinking, have you ever seen a more strange, I wasn't strange, but a more diverse group here with these three?
Yeah, it's a very diverse group to say the least. Well, but that's what makes the United Irish special. It's, the diversity in the group.
Well, we're going to see Charles Lee in action here tonight as the United Irish look to take out TJ Perkins here tonight.
Well, TJ Perkins are in a world of trouble here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is TJ Perkins.
And yes, here is TJ Perkins, the nerd that loves to dab.
You still haven't given that up on that poor guy, have you?
God, the dab should have died in 2016.
This guy
it's an old meme. Get over it.
Do you know what it is? This guy is so much fun and is so exciting inside the ring, Tim. You know what? Why can't you just let your just anger towards this guy? Just let it go.
Okay. Yes, he is fine in the ring. He's a great cruiserweight when it comes to in-ring action, but he just doesn't take himself seriously enough with dabbing and being obsessed with video games.
Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway. Crowd ready for this one, of course. As High Impact, it's Big Match John as your referee. As Liam Patrick found that exciting on the outside.
Very exciting. You know how much of a nerd TJ Perkins is?
Oh my goodness, look at this. Charles Lee going up top already. And...
Oh my goodness, what a Phoenix splash. But a fan came up to me and told me, TJ Perkins' theme? I went, yeah. He said, it's a remake of the Mega Man theme. And I went, shut up, you nerd.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever speak to Tim Price and give him facts.
Give me interesting facts, not stupid facts.
I had somebody come up to me the other day, right? This guy, and he was like, oh, Dave, I'm a big fan. I was like, oh, thank you. He said, do you know how many times Seth Rollins has laughed inside the ring? I was like, really? Like, I actually asked him for his name, but he only gave us 2 letters. Very strange.
Huh. What were the 2 letters?
If I remember right, it was W and M, I think?
W and M. I think I ran into the same fan. He tried to ask me the same thing, and I punched him.
Nice. No wonder. Oh, thank God we have got Big Papa African. There's a nice senton off the top.
Yeah, I have anger issues.
You can tell. How's your arm, by the way? Because you like to tell us every night.
Stop reminding me. I still have nightmares about having...
Dab. Oh.
Do not dab, but I still have nightmares about my arm being broken in 10 different places by that horrible luchador Rey Mysterio.
Oh, look at this. This is...
Oh no, his arm!
He's reminding Tim of how his arm got broken.
That was the move that did it.
Oh, you must have really weak arms.
No, okay, it was that and then followed by another move and followed by about 200 more moves.
For the first time tonight.
Oh, vintage.
Yeah, ready? Oh, vintage. And Sheamus really happy.
Very happy. Well, Charles Elliott feeling it right now. TJ Perkins in a world of trouble.
Yeah, the dab's not going to help him so far here tonight. As Charles Lee looking to maybe put away TJ. And now where's he going to go? Oh no. He hits this, it's all over. Look out. He likes to call this the Irish miss.
Oh, wait, he calls it that? What is it actually called?
River dance. Oh, wow, look at TJ Perkins here. Trying to take full advantage. Straight jacket neckbreaker.
Lovely neckbreaker there from TJ Perkins. Using all the cruiserweight speed to get out there. Now he looks to end dead.
And look out, he's going into the TJP lock.
Oh, it's got locked in. Charles Lee in a world of trouble. You know, maneuvers like this really don't help your speed. It's a cruiserweight. Yeah,
but look at this. The power of Charles Lee definitely has that on his side. And nope, look at TJ Perkins again. Coming back, he's not giving in here. And nice suplex. And now TJP up on top.
They're looking for some high-risk maneuver here.
Could be a bit too close, you know, Tim.
Yeah, looks like he might be.
Oh no, it wasn't indeed a lovely Hurricane Rana.
TJ Perkins showing up all his athleticism as a cruiserweight. But oh, look at that Charles Lee with a vicious eye rake.
But it doesn't make any effect to TJ Perkins because his eyes are already wide enough. Oh, two hands in the air. 2 fingers in the air if you're on the Irish level, I guess.
Well, yeah, by the looks of it, that TJ Perkins will stop that. Charles Lee definitely not on an elbow level.
Oh, but look out. Oh, sit out powerbomb.
My goodness.
And that could be very close to the ropes. Referee, come on.
His foot's... Oh, keep that anyway. But his foot was nearly at the ropes. Just grazing it.
Oh, but still, he's still touching the ropes. That is a rope break.
It wasn't touching it. It was like a millimetre away from actually touching it.
Oh, no. The Irish DDT. Jesus. And that, ladies and gentlemen, could be the end of TJ Perkins. He's slowly getting up, but he doesn't really want to get up because this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to. Oh, no.
He moved out the way. He had me fooled.
Yeah, had me fooled as well, but TJ Perkins scoured that perfectly.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. The armbar.
Oh, no. The flashbacks.
It's all right, Tim. It's all right. It was too close to the ropes. Calm down. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, beautiful counter there.
This is what I love about the cruiserweights. We say it every time, but the fast-paced action of the cruiserweights. Wait a minute.
Sheamus, that might be pointless at this point, but oh, Jesus.
That could be it. Right to the head of TJ Perkins. The knockout blow. No. TJ's still in this one.
Maybe that chair might come in handy.
My goodness me, Charles could not put it away. Oh, come on! Absolutely no need for this. This match was being so well fought. And now, well, this is terrible. The numbers games, and now, for the second time, ladies and gentlemen, it is vintage.
A lovely bit of vintage there. This is what United Irish do. They use the numbers game. I know you don't like it, but it's a tactic, and it works.
And thank goodness for Big Match John getting rid of that chair.
Finally.
What is he thinking about here? Oh, not again. The knockout. Lariat!
Jesus!
And that has got to be it. The numbers game's too much for TJ Perkins here tonight. And, well, the Irish pick up the win here. And Charles O'Lee.
Oh, well, thanks to that chair shot, but that was the beginning of the end. Well, Charles O'Lee, victory for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charles O'Lee picks up the win. We're going to tell you about something special happening this week on Raw.
Can't wait to find out. It's going to be huge. Don't go anywhere.
Can't wait for Monday night because, ladies and gentlemen, our main event on Monday night is a fatal 4-way to determine the next challenger to Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Ryan Fox, and Morgan Wolf will determine who faces Brock Lesnar at the Rumble.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be huge. A great fatal four-way there. Well, who's going to head to face Brock Lesnar for the Raw World Championship? You'll find out this Monday night.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your main event. I've got goosebumps already. You do not want to miss it. And you do not want to miss this, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to score the first point in the new point system, of course, for the drafts? Ladies and gentlemen, introduce him first. He is Finn Balor.
Well, Finn Balor, a great pick if you want to try and, get yourself on the scoreboard early. As Finn Balor, well, it's one of the biggest parts of NSW, a very charismatic superstar.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, Tim, if this was a week ago, Finn Balor would be representing SmackDown. He was the last draft pick, of course, Monday night. Now, he's looking to gain Raw to be only one win away from getting another draft pick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is very interesting. Yeah, last week he would represent SmackDown, but this week now he represents Raw. And interesting when you think about this whole system of this, the points. What is SmackDown were the first to get 2 points and they decide they want Finn Balor back?
It could happen.
Yeah.
Nobody, remember, Heyman has said in these notes he's given to me that nobody is off limits. That's what makes NSW exciting. It's not like we're going to just draft people who want in championship. If a GM wants someone who's a champion, they're going to take him.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes for very interesting times.
And the thing is, Tim, with that, it's unlike anywhere else. There's no easy way out for anyone. If SmackDown lose their world champion, Raw lose their world champion, tough. You shouldn't have lost the matches.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, the way things go.
That is why this puts NSW out of the reach of anyone else, because anything like this can happen.
Yeah, it can, but I don't think I'd want to be, Shane McMahon if he dared, drafted over Brock Lesnar whilst he was still Raw champion.
Do you know what? Brock will just have to put up with it. That means, but that's the thing. Could you imagine that happening? Could you imagine Dean Ambrose turning up on Nitro?
It could happen.
Hey, you've got to win the matches. That's why the GMs have got to send their best people out.
Yeah, because they don't want to lose people.
And this is why we're seeing 3 class athletes here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, representing SmackDown. He is Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, here is the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, and yeah, SmackDown definitely have a great pick here in Bray Wyatt to represent them. Someone who could do a lot in a triple threat matchup.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, another big coup for main event, of course. Once one team gets to 2 points, that draft pick is made that night, right after the match. There's no waiting. It's right after the match. So we could see, Tim, think about this. If Nitro win tonight and win next week, we could have a draft pick for Nitro.
Yeah, exactly.
It could happen to SmackDown. It could happen to Raw. That's how much it can change. That is why you've got to be thinking, Tim, that all champions, hey, you could be a champion now. You lose 2 matches, yeah? Someone gets 2 wins, you could be on another brand.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Demonto knows exactly how that feels. Other champions could then come to learn how that feels. Gilberto, that's it, Brock Lesnar, tag team champions. Could all feel the brunt of it.
Oh, there's that neck.
Oh, good Lord, why does he have to do that?
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Nitro, he's a bad man. He is Tyler Jordan.
Well, he certainly is a bad man, because he is a man who loves to hurt people, and that is Tyler Jordan. And well, another great pick here in this matchup is huge triple threat, and could be about to get Nitro on the board.
Tyler Jordan from Nitro. We haven't seen much of him this season, of course. Was very, very popular, of course, because he just loved to beat people up down in ECW last season, of course. Now in Nitro, do you think that Tyler Jordan really hasn't hit the heights that many people expected him to do in this season?
I think, maybe he has. I mean, in ECW, yes, he'd love to hurt people, but to me, he was a breakout star that was beyond ECW. But now on Nitro, maybe he's finding it a bit more difficult, because I could easily see him as, well, a USA champion or even a Nitro champion. I think he could give people like Marcus Cutter a run for his money.
And you've got to think as well, what will it mean? Of course, we've seen it in the past with when GMs would give their people who win these matches special title matches. Could you imagine if, say, Nitro won this week, whoever was for them next week wins again? There's 2. You've got yourself a draft pick. Who knows what the GM will do for you?
Yeah, and I think this is going to be an incentive for Nitro superstars because, of course, Nitro, on the last point system we did before the draft on Monday, Nitro came last. They only got to have 1 draft pick, so I think this is going to be high pressure for them to try and get as many wins.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you that you get your bets in. Of course, if you haven't bet already, still time to do so. We'll close it very shortly, but you need to get your bets in, of course. And if you want to win the monthly prize, there's a nice suplex as Bray just taking his time to taunt the fans here.
I mean, Bray Wyatt, very charismatic, does have, quite a following, but every taunting's the right thing to do.
And just a step out of the way. Bray went after Tyler Jordan and he gets him at the second attempt. And you've got to be thinking here, Tim, that Finn Balor has got to use his speed here to try and to get some leverage between these two, because these two men are going to completely dominate him over the power game.
Yeah, they certainly are, but the scary thing about both Bray Wyatt and, Tyler Jordan is they're both fast in their own right. I mean, from Tyler Jordan you can kind of expect it based on his physique, but Bray Wyatt's on another level of how scarily quick he is.
Oh my goodness!
Oh!
Finn
Medium boy!
No, I think he hit him with the elbow.
It looked like, actually, it would be a small boy if he did, but yeah, he might be an elbow.
Oh, we're there. No, couldn't be.
Not already.
Oh, no, it's a big splash off the top. And big boy!
Well, he tried for the big boy, but didn't quite hit it.
Oh, he's missed! Oh, close. My goodness, that was close. Bray Wyatt completely missing, Tim. You're completely right. And, well, Finn Balor so close to picking up the win there.
Yeah, very close, but Tyler Jordan, luckily for him, he had fight left in him. Well, I think he's still got plenty left in the tank to keep going. This is early goings in this match.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you are waiting for your episode of NCI Toss, of course, coming right up after main event, of course, tonight's episode, Ring of Fire.
What a great episode that's going to be.
Don't, just make sure it's not got great balls.
No. Or great big lady balls.
Of course, no! Nice. Taken by Finn Balor, who continues now to work over Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, great. Flatliner, then followed by the elbow, and Finn keeping on, but look who's behind him. It's Tyler Jordan. Tyler
Jordan taking both men out, yeah. And the thing is, Bray Wyatt has not really got any offense in for a little while since he tried. Oh, and there's the big knee chop.
Yeah, the huge chop block. And caught Finn Balor into that gut-wrench power bomb.
But he hasn't went for the pin. That may have been a mistake. Finn Balor could be out here. As Tyler Jordan takes down the big Bray Wyatt. Wyatt's going to take a breather, but that could be a mistake here. Because Finn Balor could be out. Nitro for the win.
Has he got him? No, I think Tyler Jordan took too long there. He should have gone straight for the pigs. I don't think Bray would have got up in time.
Yeah, I don't think as well. And now into the corner. And now Tyler Jordan looking to do more damage to Finn Balor. Crowd coming alive here. They've not sat down for the last few minutes. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God. I think
that could be...
What in the absolute world? Super fall away slam!
Jesus, but what about that fall that Tyler Jordan took?
Oh my goodness. That is it. Surely that is it. Cover. 2. And Tyler Jordan's back in.
Oh, how in the world? I mean, that fall he took was nasty.
And
I don't know how he's still standing.
And not only that, he hit his hand off the middle rope, sort of, and that they're not soft ropes to take down. My goodness me! If anyone you've been in a wrestling ring, you'll know that they are not easy to bounce off. Imagine falling head first.
Now, I think right now, Tyler Jordan is just running on pure adrenaline. I mean, for all we know, he could have a concussion.
I think the referee may want to stop this, you know, Tim. Oh, see what I mean?
See, that's... see, Tyler Jordan does not know where he is.
Tyler Jordan could have serious injuries here, ladies and gentlemen. We can really think that someone should come out from the back.
Yeah, I think that would be the best idea right now.
My goodness me. Of course, there's no disqualification, so Big Mac John has to let this go here as a kick out. But, oh, come on, Finn. Please, Finn.
Well, you know, that's what this match is all about. I mean, you know...
Oh, come on, the back of his head. Come on, Tim. You can't be doing things like that. The man could be heavily concussed.
He could be, but this match is still going. So these two, you know, Bray and Finn are just trying to get this match done with and get a point for their respective brands.
Detonation kick into to the top. You can't reach him there, surely.
Oh, Patty's gonna try.
Oh, he does. He connects with the coup de grace. 2. Got him! And again, you could see the effects of Tyler Jordan. Couldn't get there in time. Finn Balor gives Raw the first point.
And well, funnily enough, a bit of deja vu here, because when this thing first started, before, you know, we got to Battleground, Raw got the first point.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest for Raw, he is Finn Balor.
Well, if Raw win next week, they'll have 2. I wonder who they'd draft, but well, it's time for SmackDown and Nitro to desperately try and get that point.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for another week of main event. My goodness me. Keep an eye out on Twitter and our social media for updates on Tyler Jordan. Hopefully he's not too seriously injured. Tim, as always, goodbye to fans.
Goodbye, fans.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for being a part of tonight's show. We start again on Monday night at 11 o'clock in the UK for Monday Night Raw. Join us for that. Of course, Davies and Tim Price. We'll see you then. Bye for now. Enjoy your weekend. That's it.